Classification of parallel forces. Now we have seen there are the various force system. Out of that, the parallel force system is there. It means that all the forces are parallel to each other. This system is called parallel force system. The forces may be broadly classified into two types. One is the like parallel forces, and second one is unlike parallel forces. Now let us see the like parallel forces. The forces whose line of actions are parallel to all of them act in the same are known as like parallel forces. Now if you see here in the figure, all these four forces are parallel to each other and are directed on the same direction. That's why these forces are called like parallel forces. There is one another classification, unlike parallel forces. Unlike parallel forces means what? The forces whose line of actions are parallel to each other and all of them do not act in the same direction as shown in the figure B are known as unlike parallel forces. Now if you see here in this figure, this force number 1 is going upward, this force number 2 is going downward, this force number 3 is going upward, and this force number 4 is going downward. All these four forces of these forces are not, they may be in the opposite directions. That's why this force system is called unlike parallel forces. Okay, now let us see some simple examples on these like parallel forces, how to find out the resultant of such a system and how to locate the distance of that particular resultant by using the law of movement or by using the Varigno's theorem. Now let us see this problem. Problem number 15. Two like parallel forces 50 Newton and 100 Newton act at the end of a rod 360 millimeter long. Find the magnitude of resultant force and point where it acts. Okay, there are AB is the rod having the length of 360 millimeter, and here at point A, this one is the 50 Newton force, and at point B, 100 Newton force. These two forces are parallel to each other and directed towards downward direction. It means that this force system is like parallel force system. And for the resultant force R, and the location of this resultant force R on this rod. R is the single force which will be producing the same effect as that produced by these two forces is called the resultant force, and that resultant force we have to find out, as well as we have to locate this resultant R on this rod. And we have considered, or we have decided that from point A, this will be resultant will be lies at a distance x. That distance x also we have to find out, as well as the magnitude of this resultant R is also find out. Now, the magnitude of the resultant force, since all the forces are like and parallel, therefore the magnitude of the resultant force is R is equal to 50 plus 100. It means that 150, because this force is going downward, this force is going downward. If we are taking summation of all vertical forces, summation Fy is equal to, now if you consider this downward force is negative, that's why minus 50 minus 100 and minus R. It means that your R is equal to minus 150, and minus sign what indicates that the force is in the downward direction. That's why we are representing this R in the downward direction. That's why we are considered this resultant R in the downward direction. Okay, that's why this R is 150 Newton. Now the point where the resultant force acts. Now let us say X is the distance between the line of action of the resultant R and A in millimeter. And from this given force system, let us locate this distance X that we have to find out. Now how to find out this resultant? R is lies at this distance x. Now by using the Varigno's theorem, as we know that, now let us take the moment of all the forces about point A. Now take the clockwise and anti-clockwise moment of forces about point C and equating the same. Now here, instead of the, you may take moment at any point, either you may take moment at A, either you may take moment at B, or either you may take moment at C. Now let us consider we are taking this moment about point C. Okay, now here this 50 Newton force, it makes an anti-clockwise moment about point C, and the perpendicular distance is of x, and this 100 Newton force makes an clockwise moment about point C, and the perpendicular distance will be, this distance will be how much? This 360 minus x. This will be the distance, perpendicular distance. That's why about point C is 5 into x. It makes an anti-clockwise moment. That's why we may write it down like this one, minus anti-clockwise moment. That's why minus 50 into x plus this 100 Newton force makes an clockwise moment. That's why plus 100 into 360 minus x, and this term must be equal to 0 because moment of all the forces about any point must be equal to 0. Now let us take this term to this side, equal to for equating this term to this side. What will happen? This term will be happen 50x is equal to 100 into bracket 36 minus x. Okay, now simplify this term, multiply this 100 to this bracket, you'll be getting 36,000 minus 100x. Now this x term, let us get together. This minus 100x, if you are taking to this side, it will become plus 100. Plus 100 means 50x plus 100x, it becomes a 150x is equal to 36,000. Now to find out x, this 36,000 divided by 15, if you solve this, you'll be getting 240 millimeter. It means that your resultant is lies at a distance of 240 millimeter from support A, or from support or point A. This resultant R will be lies, and the magnitude of this resultant will be 150 Newton. It is very simple. Only what we have to make, the summation of all vertical forces is equal to 0. You'll be getting the intensity of your resultant, and take summation of all the moment about any point, you will be getting the distance. Okay, by using these two steps only, you'll be getting the magnitude as well as the location of your resultant. Now let us see another problem. Determine the resultant of system of parallel forces acting on a beam as shown in the figure. Now if you see here, the beam is as shown in the figure. Now here there are unlike parallel forces. At point A, 80 Newton force; at point B, 30 Newton upward force; at point C, 40 Newton downward force; at point D, 50 Newton upward force; and at point E, 60 kilonewton downward force. A to B 2 meter, B to C 2 meter, C to D 4 meter, and D to E 2 meter, total 10 meter span. And we have to find out the resultant of these 5 forces and the location of that resultant, either from point A or either from E. Now let us see one by one. Now select x and y axis as shown in the figure. Now let us consider this one is the x axis and vertical will be the y axis. Now let us take first of all summation of all horizontal forces, summation fx. Now if you see here, there is no any horizontal force, that's why this term will be 0. Summation fx will be 0. Now let us take summation fy, vertical forces. Okay, you may take sign conventions as per your convention. You may revise this or you may take the same. Okay, Now here what we have considered, those forces which are going downward forces, we may take it as positive. Previously we may taken as the downward force negative. Instead of that, in this problem I have made the some changes. Now let us see what will happen. The answer will be same. Okay, this 80 Newton force going vertically downward, that's why it is taken as positive. This 30 kilonewton force going vertically upward, that's why it is taken as negative. This 40 kilonewton force going downward, that's why it is taken as positive. This 50 kilonewton force going vertically upward, that's why it is taken as negative. And this 60 kilonewton force going vertically downward, that's why it is taken as positive. Now make the calculation. This 80 minus 30 plus 40 minus 50 plus 60, you will be getting 100 kilonewton force. Now as we have to find out the resultant, as we know that resultant is equal to under root of summation f x square plus summation f y square. Now here summation f x is 0, that's why we are putting this value over here, plus 100 square. As we know that this term is in under root and this term is 0, you may get cancel this square and square root, you'll be getting the resultant r is equal to 100 kilonewton in y direction. Okay, and answer is plus, it is indicating that your answer is plus, it is indicating that what we have assumed here, the downward force we have treated as positive and upward force we have taken as negative over here for solving this problem only. That's why if your answer is plus, it is indicating that this force is going vertically downward. Okay, now let us check. Take the, now we have to locate this resultant r over this beam. That's why we have to take the clockwise moment as positive and anti-clockwise moment as negative. Now let us take the moment of all the forces about point A. Now this 80 kilonewton force is passing from the same point. That's why the moment caused due to this force is 0, because 80 into perpendicular distance is 0. Now here this 30 kilonewton force, it makes an anti-clockwise moment about point A. That's why minus 30 into perpendicular distances of 2 meter. Now this 40 kilonewton force, it makes an clockwise moment about point A, and the perpendicular distance will be 2 plus 2, it becomes a 4. That's why 40 into 4. And this 50 kilonewton force, it makes an anti-clockwise moment about point A. That's why it is taken as minus 50 into perpendicular distance, this 4 plus this 4, it becomes 8 meter. Perpendicular distance from A to D, from A to D, this distance is 8 meter. Now last force, this 60 kilonewton force, it makes an clockwise moment about point A, and the perpendicular distance is of 10 meter. That's why it's plus 60 into 10. Now if you solve this, this first term will be 0, because something value multiplied by 0 is 0. It means 30 into 2 plus 40 into 4 minus 50 into 8 plus 60 into 10. How much this term? Something went wrong. Once again do the calculation. Minus 30 into 2 plus 40 into 4 minus 50 into 8 and plus 60 into 10. Answer is 300 kilonewton meter. This one is the moment about point A. And to find out the location of your resultant, this moment must be equated with what? The moment which is caused due to the your resultant r. Okay. Now let us resolve this resultant r. Now let us consider the resultant r. It is lies at a distance x from support A. and the moment which is caused due to this resultant R is R into X. This R into X must be equal with what? Moment which is caused due to the all other forces, that is 300 kilonewton. Now let us, R into X is equal to summation of all moment about point A. And we have to find out X. X is equal to then summation MA divided by R. And here R is nothing but what? Summation Fy only, because there is no any horizontal force. That's why summation Fy only. That's why moment about point A is 300 divided by summation Fy. What we have calculated is 100. That is resultant R. And you'll be getting the X is equal to 3 meter. It means that your resultant is lies at 3 meter from support A, and the magnitude of this resultant R is of 100 kilonewton. 100 kilonewton. It means that we have found out resultant, magnitude of your resultant, direction of your resultant downward, and your position of resultant over this beam from point A, that is at a distance of 3 meter from support A, and of 100 kilonewton in the downward direction. By using this moment concept and resolution concept, we are finding out the resultant of this parallel force system. Okay.